back and forth so you can see me, but you guys could also come sit over here if it helps. So W, we're going to look at number 4. I'm going to mark off Z 3 times. And so I've measured Z. So W minus 3Z would just be 1, 2, 3. So the leftover is W minus 3Z right in here. Isn't that what it says? Is it different?
Yeah. No, that's what yeah, that should be 4.
What?
No.
For you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Okay. So, but you do want me to do 4.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be? Let's do 4.
No, it says.
I know.
Not the triangle and the next
I thought you were doing number 3.
Oh no, I'm doing number 4. So I'm going to take my compass now and measure W minus 3Z. So it's like that, okay? And I just have to make a triangle with that as a mid-segment. So, and on this one, I don't think I gave you like a starting point. You can start anywhere. So let's bring the triangle, the work over here. We're okay so far?
Yep.
So you have to think about what it needs to be a mid-segment. I'm going to just do some scratch work here that I'll erase. If I have a mid-segment, this has to be equal to this. That has to be equal to that. That's all a mid-segment is. So it's actually not a very difficult construction, but I can see that it could be a little confusing at first. So if I take a line and just make a starting point, I'm going to mark my mid-segment off on that starting point. So that's my mid-segment. Does that make sense? And then what I could do, if you think about it, if I put my compass at the end of the mid-segment and make a circle, it would be like in here, right? And I'd have 2 parts that are equal to each other. So I could do that. Now I'm going to just take my compass and make a circle. And I'm going to do it on the other side first. I knew that was going to happen. All right, I'll move the compass. So I'm going to put my compass over here, and I'm just going to make a circle. And then, not a circle of life, but a circle. And then if you think about it over here, if I put my compass here and made a second circle, that, well, I didn't do a very good job on that. But my second circle would be like going, let me do it. Yeah, remember how well I did on the board with circles? You would never know. So if I did a second circle, I have to try to figure out where those 2 circles intersect, and I would get a vertex. Well, let's try it. Let's see if it works. So one would be just to try it, right? Because sometimes you just have to try things and see what happens. And I'm going to switch colors just so you can see my second circle. So let's say I change it a little bit here. And so just give me a minute, see if we can follow this through. So if I take a straight edge, can you see that when I put my segment here, this within the red circle, this is equal to this? Does that make sense? Do you guys do that?
I did a different way, but I think this still works.
Well, there could be more than one way, right? And then when I put my next one through the next center, I have another mid-segment, but it's of different length, right? Wait a minute. Yep. Because remember, this is the end of my mid-segment, these 2 points, right there. So then I just have to take my line tool, or your straight edge, and connect this to this. And I have one triangle. Is it unique? No. Right? I could do a totally different circle
Oh, yeah.
right on top of that circle. So in other words, I could put my compass here. I'm going to erase that little blue spot. So put my compass there and get a different size circle. So now I would make a new triangle superimposed on the same circle. Let's change the color to
Red.
red. And now, because my mid-segment, my vertex is going to go like from one side of the blue circle to the other side, and then through the end point of that mid-segment. So 2 triangles, same mid-segment, superimpose. You should be able to do that. Like, you shouldn't have to do it in 2 different places. You should be able to use the exact same mid-segment. Like, this is the mid-segment that I used. And make 2 different triangles with one mid-segment. One mid-segment, 2 triangles. They both have the same mid-segment.
Well, I have.
Okay. Does that help though? Before we take questions? Casey?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do problems from 3-6.
Will you read the answers first?
I will. There's some that I could read, right?
Yeah, like for constraints.
Yeah, let's talk about constructing a kite because it should be very, very straightforward. Remember, a kite has 2 pairs of congruent adjacent sides. So if I go back and find my compass, you know how the professors like slide into different portraits in Hogwarts?
Oh, yeah.
That kind of reminds me of that with my compass.
What? Sure.
You know, it slides from one picture to another.
Was it Dexter's?
The compass is doing the same thing.
Oh, come on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you not Harry Potter fans?
I am.
Was that too much of a stretch for you? Okay, Abby.
How long are we gonna go?
Whole class time.
Oh,
The quiz. All right. So a kite, a real simple way to construct a kite is you have to start with a long diagonal and then get 2 different lengths. Somebody want to get that? Open up your compass so you go beyond. And that's your whole kite. I'm hoping you're making it that simple. Simple construction there. Easier now than it was a week ago too, probably. So the idea is, hi girls. Oh,
Hi.
red folder?
Yeah.
You can dig it out.
that being said,
So let's do that.
we learned that at time in class.
So to make a quadrilateral with three sides with the same length, you could start here. And it doesn't have any other requirements, so you just, like, if you make an arc here, then you could now draw a side from here to there, anywhere you want. Now you have two sides of equal length. Now you move your compass. We keeping you up?
Yeah. enough.
And just do another side of equal length somewhere, doesn't matter where. And then take your straight edge and go to here, anywhere to that, anywhere to this curve, wherever you want it.
Except for like, and then
No, it just says, the only thing it says is you have to have three sides of equal length.
Can you just send exactly?
Can you just make it square?
You could, well, it says exactly three sides, right?
yeah.
That means you can't have a fourth side of equal length.
Well,
That help?
you don't need to do Oh wait, it could be wrong.
Right, it could be a rhombus.
Yeah, you could.
Well, no. A rhombus would be an incorrect solution, but he's saying if you make like a parallelogram that has, that's four sides, you can only have three, so it can't be a rectangle or a parallelogram or a rhombus, it's gotta be just a quadrilateral.